The motto for world-class competition has always been faster, higher, stronger. It's the same for Navien, makers of condensing tankless water heaters. Faster to install and set up. Higher performance and efficiency to provide endless hot water. Stronger with the industry's strongest warranty. All because of the copper-free stainless steel heat exchanger built in every unit. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's been a while since we've actually been able to had a real cool Family Feud story to talk about. I mean, I think some people might forget the feud's still on, and for other people, it's a staple.
Sometimes it seems like we always get those audio clips of them doing some kind of weird sexual joke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey's still in charge, right?
Oh, yes.
That's what I thought. Because he's more known for screwing up that Miss Universe pageant or whatever, and that's kind of what we've known him for, where it used to just be like he'd have some really weird answers on Family Feud.
Right.
And this one here that he had last week, it was very weird when this dude gave a very interesting answer to this question.
What might a man do if his ex-wife was telling everyone that he has a teeny weeny? Max.
Kill her.
Max gonna shut this down. No, this little statement about me goes no further today. You're dead. Kill her.
Thanks, Max. And the authorities are going to talk to you after you leave here.
All right, here we go. And here's the next sound. Instead of that, you're going to hear this. Kill her? Yeah, that...
all because she says you had a tiny dong?
Yeah. Well, he might have been using really exaggeration there, but yeah.
What's creepier, though? Him saying that or the people clapping, good answer, good answer, good answer.
Kill her.
That's a room full of revs right there.
Jeez.
The family that's cheering him on and the audience, it's also like, I agree.
Yeah,
that seems reasonable.
That is what's needed here.
I mean, I'm glad he took the high road, because more often than not, people don't.
You're right. You're absolutely right. They take it personally rather than realizing, hey, you know what?
How would you handle it, DJ?
Oh, how would I handle it? Oh, I would dismember her. Wow. That's what I'd do. And then I would, you know what? I'd put her head on a pike, Game of Thrones style. Wow. No one ever talk about my teeny weeny ever again.
I would just agree with my... She's right.
Yeah, right. Fine, whatever.
What was the... I don't know if we can find it. I'm sure it wasn't listed, but I'm curious to know what the number one answer is for something like that.
I think put her head on a pike.
Head on her pike, kill her.
Yeah, that was the number one.
What is even a good answer to that?
I would say disagree with her. Right? What else could you do? I don't know. That's a dumb question.
It's a stupid question.
It really is a dumb question. Yeah, what do you do with your...
I'm starting to think his answer might be the best answer.
Yeah, I am too.
Kill her.
You know what? I instead, kill the person that came up with this question. How about that?
Someone else said sue the person, so sue her.
Sue her over someone saying you have a tiny wiener?
That was the number one answer.
Happy.
What?
That was number one?
Well, that was what one contestant answered.
Oh, yeah. One of the other ones is just to say she's lying.
That okay?
That's disagree. I would say I'd hope they give me that ding if I said disagree and I was really lying. It's the same thing.
I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. There you
go.
Kill her. All right. That's right.
And so are there 10 answers? Like, typically, don't they have 10 answers for those things?
Well, it's not 10 answers. It's 100%.
100%. You're right.
So sometimes you'll get 4 to 7 types of answers. Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm trying to think of what other options are there other than to kill her.
Laugh it off.
Laugh it off.
An answer is what I would
roll your eyes.
Prove that she's wrong.
Yeah.
Whip
it out.
Yeah, whip it out.
And you have to say it that way. Whip it out. Otherwise,
Yeah.
the judges won't accept it.
Yeah. Say I'm a grower, not a shower.
Yep.
There you go. Do that.
Say it was in the pool.
See, now we've got some. See, I think we would have won if they would have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, out of the 6 answers, that might have been one of them.
Yeah.
Somebody actually guessed divorce for their ex-wife.
Oh,
So I don't know how that works
I bet
either.
that could be. I bet that might have been an answer too. Divorce her.
Texters are chiming in with should have went with whip it out. Another person says bang her friends and family members.
There we go.
Yeah, sure, who's boss?
I like that one.
Yeah, show her whose boss was just uttered over there from the Rev, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the boss.
That was as creepy as kill her, if you ask me. Show her who's boss.
Give her the Tony Danza.
Oh, I meant by banging her other friends.
Yeah, sure it is.
Or something along those lines.
Texter just says bang her sister.
There we go.
Her sister.
Bang your mother.
Bang her brother.
Yeah.
Whoever you
Anybody-
got to bang. Bang
her
someone.
dad.
Anybody you can find.
Prove her wrong and show her who's boss.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a video online where a bunch of guys stand in the middle of a rodeo and let a bull run into them at full speed. It's some kind of game where the guy who lasts the longest wins.
It's called Extreme Morons.
Of course, it doesn't go well as a couple of guys get tossed 10 or 15 feet through the air. That's never good.
He is not happy about life. If you're out of the ring, you might want to get out of the ring. I'm just saying.
We have a winner.
Yeah.
Are we sure? Or do we have a loser?
Dude, this is happening at rodeos, and they've got people doing play-by-play like you just heard. And I'm watching this video. I'm like,
This beats watching the hydroplanes race at Safeco, though.
yeah, I suppose if they did this in between innings, this would be something.
How is?
What is the prize for
Oh
this?
my! Apparent broken ribs, probably.
Yeah, that's insane.
I bet chicks dig it. I'm watching that first one. Did you see that? He goes like at least 10 feet.
Again, guys that are letting a bull just run into them, and then whoever lasts the longest wins whatever damn prize they're. I don't know what the prize is.
I'm like this guy that just said no. They all lost.
Yeah, damn.
Another texter's probably right.
City folks just don't get it.
Again, a couple of these dudes got tossed 10 or 15 feet in the air. I want to know what the prize is. I really, really do.
Probably like a free beer.
Jeez, yeah, you're right.
Because they're drunk. I mean, when you're drunk, all right, I'll let a bull hit me.
Yeah, dude. That's what's so amazing about this country. I don't even know where to go for that kind of entertainment. I didn't even know that thing existed, that you could actually go to a show and watch people get hit, just regular people get hit by bulls.
Because I like watching bull riding, but I always, I mean, I don't know how those guys are the ones that dress up as the clowns and then jump into a barrel or whatever to get the bull away from hitting the guy that was riding it. Like, that's...
Yeah, dude, that's nuts.
But if you're the bull, you're probably like, yeah, man, finally.
Finally,
I'm
no more.
encouraged to hit this guy.
No barrels.
Let's do this. I'm going to go on beast mode on this guy.
Wow. That's insane.
Somebody says they've been doing this for years.
Damn.
It's called rodeo poker.
Rodeo poker. And do the texters know what the prize is?
Another person says it's called cowboy poker.
I need to know the prize. I need to know.
I got to imagine it's a cash prize.
I hope
or
so.
Or bragging rights.
I hope so.
I
bragging
won cowboy
rights.
poker.
See, that's and I'm not that kind of guy. I will never be wired.
Girls
to be
that are
that
okay
guy.
with cowboy poker, if you know what I mean.
Well, I get
it's probably a turn on to some chicks.
What if you get hit in the poker?
Well, then you know what? You're out of action.
You're out of action.
A minute.
Damn.
So his first prize is dinner with your cousin.
There we go.
City folks just don't get it.
I totally don't get it. You're absolutely right. All right, got a story about authorities in New Jersey say a woman got angry at a cable TV worker and then left the employee stranded up in the air. It's not clear what this dispute was about, but the cops say that a 59-year-old woman reportedly turned off the worker's truck while she was up in the aerial lift and ultimately leaving this other woman stuck in midair.
Oh, crap. You telling me that when you turn the truck, that thing doesn't have a battery power that...
I guess not.
Man, I mean, they might want to rethink those things for this purpose. What a jerk.
Yeah. Of course, she was charged with harassment, false imprisonment. Oh, because, she kept her trapped up there. That's imprisonment.
And then she had to switch to Dish.
Yeah.
I mean, are you really going to stay with cable after that story?
I I don't know. I mean, these people just doing their job. I don't know what you'd be mad at them for, unless that particular person was a jerk to her. But
maybe
still.
she was late. Maybe that 5-hour window wasn't enough.
I know that is tough.
And she showed up at the 7th hour.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
My dad works for a cable company, and he's told me horror stories about just how people can be just awful human beings.
Yeah, my friend, I see her Facebook post. She could write a book about the jackass customers that she has to put up with. And she's like one of the nicest, sweetest people I know. So I know Juan's a super great guy. He gives me fruit snacks. It's clear that you can't be a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, the children he puts out is a problem, but he's a good guy.
I don't know. My brother's pretty decent.
Yeah, your brother's okay.
Dad likes watching Alf, so there again, another strike in his favor.
Right?
Yeah, another strike in his favor. Nice mixing metaphor.
It works. I'm tracking.
Jesus. Strikes are never in your favor.
If you are the pitcher, it is.
Strike 3. Take your base.
Isn't it good in bowling?
Yeah. Boom. I'm talking bowling terms.
Oh, is that what you're talking bowling terms?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what
like
you're doing.
airstrike.
Right? Yeah, because that's what they say in bowling.
An airstrike.
Yeah.
If it's on your side, it's in your favor.
3 strikes, your favor.
What, you're telling me a strike's not in the favor of the pitcher?
Yeah, it's in the favor of the pitcher. Yes, it is. Not in favor of the guy, though. They don't say 3 strikes you're on, or 3 strikes. It's usually 3. Hey, how about the sexiest jobs? Ooh. All right, you ready for this?
Cable guy.
Cable guy is the sexiest job.
Pizza guy.
We're listing things that provide awesome, fun stuff for us.
Okay, I can see. Listen, I mean, anybody that brings me food.
Strip club DJ.
Yeah. Look, if there's a woman that brings me food, she's very sexy. I agree. I'll tell you that right now. These are the sexiest jobs for men and women. And yes, as you would imagine, they include bartenders, therapists on the list.
Well, the therapist in Lethal Weapon's hot.
I haven't seen her, the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the Sopranos therapist. I forget the actress's name, but she was always attractive. You always thought. And Tony actually tried to pull a move once in a while. She wasn't having it.
The therapist kind of reminds me of the sexy librarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's it. Yeah, for me.
And lawyers.
Yeah.
They're sexy lawyers. That's a fact. This is according to a dating app called Badoo. Have you ever done Badoo, Vicky?
No, I have not.
Badoo.
Badoo.
Nope.
Okay, we haven't even heard of these people, and somehow they're putting out surveys. How do they get to put out a survey? Nobody even knows who they are.
As long as you have a website, you can put out a story.
Well, they're an app, and they went through their data to figure out what jobs attracted the most dates. See, I gotta wonder what is Badoo. If it's more like Tinder or Grindr or something, that's a whole different. It's a whole different clientele.
It says you can make new friends, chat, flirt. I think it's a little bit of everything.
Oh, flirt means you can F.
Oh,
I'm curious what kind of people are on this app that nobody's heard of.
It's been around since 2006.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, I'm guessing what happened is because they have offices in like London, Malta, Moscow. I'm guessing it was popular in other cities and countries, and then not as popular here.
Okay. Well, according to Badoo, the 10 sexiest jobs that men can have. Number 1 on the list, bartender.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Number 2,
a female bartender, even if she's moderately attractive, gets way hotter just because she's the bartender.
How about this? That's not for women. The bartender's not on the list as far as a sexy job. Can you believe that?
No. I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, I am too. Actually.
What's the one line of work that you find very hot?
What do
Besides the obvious of a dancer.
Boy, I will have to say, I'm looking at the list too, and that's hairstylist. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm telling you, they touch your head, they massage you.
Yeah, the massaging of the scalp.
And they always, if you go, depending on where you go, they're always dressed to the nines because they've got to look good because they want you to realize you can look good with what they do. If they look like hell, you're like, I don't know why I'd let you touch my hair and try to make me look good. You look like crap.
I don't ever spend time at a hairstylist, and that comes as a surprise.
I know it's hysterical that I do, but I do have some hair, and they do cut it. Of course, I'm thinking back in the day. Because I had more hair than now. Yeah, now it's really.
If I had to just lump the women at the home improvement stores, like the Lowe's and the Home Depots.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of hotties that work there.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Because they're into your world. I mean, there's something about I think a woman that's a little masculine, like, or displays some masculine energy, like she's cool, chill, she's not drama, that kind of thing. And you might see them at that kind of a store. They seem to be attractive. Yeah.
They also might be sometimes chalking it up to when you go somewhere where you're not expecting an attractive person, like go to somewhere to get your oil changed, like Jiffy Lube, let's just use for an example.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a female who's cute. And you're just like, I don't know why. She just gets even even hotter because you're just not expecting that, and it's just not the type of job where you thought that would be what you would see, and so she gets super attractive because of it.
I'll give you that. Therapist is number one.
Greasy and dirty looking too.
Oh yeah, you love the greasy and dirty. Therapist number one on the list for women.
Yeah.
Somebody says Badoo is the worst app ever.
Okay, all right then. Chef is number 2 for women. In other words, that's if you're a female chef, you're sexy to a lot of guys. Well, sure, you're going to cook something for me, and maybe later. Oh, doctor, of course, yes.
Yeah.
You know what? That's
I don't want it. Because sometimes you got to do the cough thing.
I know. I've got a female doctor.
And that's tough.
I do, and
there's a lot of thoughts about.
And you're absolutely right.
Vicky Grandma.
And my doctor is an attractive woman, and she's younger, and it's like I can't believe I'm going to have her do this stuff to me. I got to make sure I got to think of baseball stats.
In a weird way, like what is more attractive, a nurse or a doctor? Just like the title and what they do, nurse. Because I mean, they don't dress like the ones you see in those fun videos.
I know. I'm always disappointed that they're not dressed as a candy striper.
Sorry, Steve. Vicky, you make a good point. That's the number 4 most attractive. Number 5 on the list is nurse. So, yeah, you got doctor and nurse on the same list for women, if they're both attractive.
To go back to the therapist one, because I mentioned the Lethal Weapon therapist on the show, someone says it's Jordana Brewster. She was Mia Torito in the Fast and the Furious franchise in a total smoke show.
Oh, how about that?
She is.
Yeah. Fashion buyer is sexy to a guy.
Well, they dress well.
Yeah.
They have good fashion sense.
They can dress you well.
Yep.
Yeah. Dentist. Okay, I can see that.
Dental hygienist. They're always hot.
Yeah, they don't, you know what? And they don't have it on the hygienist on the list, just the dentist, yeah.
Like my dental hygienist, he is a smoke show. Yes.
Yeah. Also lawyer, as I said. Teacher. Yeah, hot for teacher, of course. These are for women. And then personal assistant.
What about like trainer? Like you see, like sometimes like the trainers at the gym.
I could see that being a thing.
I think that would be for both sexes.
Would you feel intimidated by them or
no?
Because like sometimes when I'd be, when you're having a low self-esteem day and you're swiping on Tinder, and you see a guy who's a personal trainer, you kind of think they might judge me or they might want to work out and not have sex. So
you're thinking like a girl. If you think like a guy, you'd be like, I'm all over this.
You wouldn't feel like self-conscious at all?
Well, with a girl, if she said yes to me the way I look, I have no problem with that.
Well, no, she said yes, but we're going to change the way you look, and you got to work out, 10 miles a day.
Oh, well, I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody that's going to try to change me. But
Who's telling you to do 10 miles a day?
You don't know that yet until you meet them, right,
drill
Vicky?
sergeant?
Kind of, maybe.
But, Vicky, I wouldn't swipe left until I was sure. Like, I'd have a cup of coffee. Maybe if I'm lucky, we have sex.
You have to swipe right or left before you can talk to them.
I know, but if you swipe right and have a conversation and then they give you a hard time, then you go, I'm not going to be with you. You just swipe left without knowing if they're going to ask this of you. You don't even want the conversations. See, I'll take a chance.
It's just Tinder, though.
Oh, so it's just for chicks. It's for me. It's chicks in the military. That camo look, shawing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this one's good. I'm a guy, and I totally agree that therapist is hot. When my wife and I went in for counseling, all I could do was look at the therapist and fantasize about her instead of fixing things with my wife.
That's it.
Whoa, boy.
Wow. Sorry about that.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How much does bankruptcy cost?
Well, bankruptcy costs, of course, vary depending on what type of case you're filing. There's a certain amount of court costs and other out-of-pocket costs that you're going to have in any case. The filing fees in a bankruptcy case are about $300, whether you file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13. One of the things to watch out for when you're shopping for bankruptcy attorneys or looking at the different cost options is that a lot of times, especially the really cheap places, don't tell you up front about all the court costs and whatnot that you're going to have to pay in addition to the attorney fees. So make sure that you get the full picture when you're comparing prices of bankruptcy lawyers on what the attorney fees are, how much your court costs are going to be, so that you can really make a true comparison.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
I'm Erin Ryan, political commentator, comedy writer, and host of Crooked Media's Hysteria.
And I'm co-host Alyssa Mastromonaco, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President Obama.
Each week on Hysteria, we are joined by a team of hilariously opinionated ladies to discuss the headlines from the serious to the absurd.
We cover everything from reproductive rights to rom-coms and break down the political news of the week and cultural stories that affect women's lives.
New episodes of Hysteria drop every Thursday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.